And we're underway. Welcome back for Game 4 of the Wenatchee Junior Exposure Cup. Game 4 against the Kamloops Blazers from Kamloops, BC. They're in the navy blue, just like yesterday. I know, deja vu. Here we are again. And Winterhawks in the white jerseys. Big hit along the boards there. This one's going to come around the net. Cornegie is in there with Nissen and Keenan, the forwards. Nice job by Russell. Levi Van Paris tries to get it up to Nissen. Cornegie's over there as well. He's going to take the puck, skate behind the net, go up along the boards. This one comes to the middle to Keenan. He's got some room. And 3 people on him with the hit. And here come Kamloops. Gonna skate to the outside, shot, and snuffed out by Beckham Johnson, who will see his second action of the tournament in between the pipes. Face-off, Ethan Miskovich in the middle. This one came out to the Blazers, shot. Beckham saves it. Tony Lord with the puck, stays with it. Here comes the big hit. And takes him off the puck, and shot. Goes along the boards. Nadoba is out there. Here comes the challenge. Nice job getting the puck out there. Winterhawks get it in the zone. That was Holbrook who forced it in there, but picked up by the Blazers. Shot. This one's going to go wide and covered up by Beckham Johnson. Talbot and Whitehead are coming out onto the ice with Keenan. Keenan coming off, Heim coming back onto the ice. Garrison and Ewing yet to see some action, but looks like they're on deck. Houlihan gets to the puck. Avi Sharp-LeBlanca seeing his first action today out there with Whitehead and Heim. And here comes Talbot. He skates down the middle. He's got some room, goes to the outside. He's got Heim in the middle. Comes the pressure from Kamloops. Whitehead sticks it. Oh, he goes down. He was sticking with the puck. This one's taken away by Kamloops. It's a 2-on-1 shot, and Beckham glove save. 14:20 left of the first. Winterhawks switch out the D. Something's up with Whitehead. They're going to send Garrison out in his place with Ewing and Nadoba. Defensive formation. Ewing taking the face-off. Winterhawks keep it, tried to get it out of the zone, but kept in by Kamloops. Kamloops from the point. This one gets all the way to Beckham. He pad saves it into the corner. Garrison, nice hit. This one comes back out to the point. Shot. Puck is loose. Comes out to the front. They go D to D, back to tape passes there. This one is loose out front. Score is 0-0. 13:48 left to play in the first. Puck is dropped, goes to Kamloops. Comes the shot. Trickles through. Garrison's going to go over. Oh, and that dude wound up there on Cheddar. Wound up. Chet takes it. This one comes through, gets on Beckham's pad, and deflects off. Big hit along the boards there. Russell, Lavery Van Paris down there as well. Ewing gets shoved. This one much more physical. Garrison gets his stick on the dude. Nice job. And here comes that's Keenan right out front. Change was made. And they got Cornegie out there with Keenan and Nissen. Here comes Kamloops. They try to go around the defender, but nice job by Hayden Dorf. Pick that off. This one's coming over to Keenan. He dumps it down low. Kamloops gets to it first. Cornegie challenges. Nissen's down there, gets it back over to Cornegie, but he'd already left the corner. Cornegie gets to the puck. He's tied up. Keenan comes in. He's got Nissen out front. Right there. Nice job by Nissen. And shot again. This time from Keenan. And here comes Kamloops on the rush. Nice job. Hayden Dorf taking him off the puck. Comes Cornegie. He dumps it down low. Winterhawks are going to switch out the lines. Holbrook in there with Miskovich. This one comes into the neutral zone still. Nadoba is in there as well. And this is going to be offsides. Face off, won by the Hawks. Gets dumped in by Holbrook. Go around the back of the net. Kamloops is there. Here comes the rush, but just beyond. Holbrook plays it. Tries to get it ahead to Nadoba, but taken away by the Blazers. This one's dumped in. Whistled icing on Kamloops. This face-off's going to come back down into the Kamloops end. Miskovich taking the face-off. This one goes down into the corner, and Kamloops gets to it. Nice hustle there by Nadoba to get over there to keep it in. Holbrook is over there and battles. Kamloops skates with the puck behind the net. They try to go in the middle. Miskovich loses an edge. Here comes Houlihan in there. And this one is passed up. And picked up by Kamloops. Winterhawks change up. They got Nissen, Talbert, and who else is out there? Miskovich is still out there at center. Nice pass over to Nissen, who dumps it in. The D gets changed out. Here comes Whitehead for the first time after being injured. Russell, Lavery Van Paris with the puck. Goes D to D. Lilevec tried to get it out of there, but it was deflected. Russell comes in with the assistance and takes it away. This one comes into the zone. Russell goes with the puck. He gets hit. Kamloops, they battle behind the net. Russell emerges with the puck. This one's coming out to the point. Shot, easy save for the goalie. They battle down below in the corner. Kamloops player goes down. Comes the puck. Fished out of there. That's Whitehead. Gets it to Lillevec. He dumps it back down. Nissen goes in to retrieve it. But Kamloops skates out with the puck. Here come the Blazers. Talbert's going to challenge. Pushes him to the outside. Shot goes around the back of the net. Nice shove there by Whitehead. And Talbert's there to get it out into the neutral zone. Kamloops with the puck. They go D to D. And nice deflection there by Russell to make sure that doesn't enter the zone. Here comes Kamloops. Garrison comes out onto the ice. This one goes around the back of the net. Shot. Oh, and that goes in. From the point. I don't think Beckham saw that. At 8:30 left to play in the first, it's 1-0 Kamloops. Ewing with the faceoff. Gets to Kamloops. Garrison picks the pocket, but gets picked right back. Kept in by Kamloops. This one goes behind the net. Dorf gets to it first. Braces for the hit. Nice hit there. This one comes out. Nope, kept in by Kamloops. Get it, Chet. This one goes to the corner. Kamloops is there. Garrison goes into the scrum. Stay on your feet. And this one's going to be iced by the Winterhawks. 7:51 left to play. So penalty called, high sticking on Kamloops. So Winterhawks go on the power play. Hayden with the puck. It's blocked as he was trying to pass it across the ice by Kamloops. All 5 players are on this side of the ice. Need to spread out. Here comes Kamloops. Oh, play it, play it. Nice job by Beckham to play that. And here come the Hawks. Here comes Cornegie. He's got Nissen out there. Oh, that one gets right past Keenan. And Kamloops is going to kick it all the way back into the Winterhawks end. That's going to be icing. Winterhawks will change the lines out for the power play. Sending out Talbert, Miskovich, and Holbrook. Levy Van Paris and Lord on the D. Miskovich takes the faceoff, tries to get it to Talbert, gets by his stick, and this one, don't know where it went. Maybe it went out of play. Faceoff coming down to the Kamloops Blazers end. Face-off handled by Miskovich. Kamloops with the puck. They try to clear it. Russell's there to keep it in. Shot. Tick. Talbert. Puck is loose. They had the goalie down, too. Kamloops resets. Kept in by Tony Lord. Got it over to... That was Miskovich. And here come the Blazers as they try to clear it. Kept in by Russell. Talbert's over there. And taken away from Miskovich. And here come the Blazers shorthanded. They dump it in. Offsides is called. Comes the face-off outside the blue line. Tony Lord picks it up, skates back, gets it over to Russell. Levi Van Paris, LVP. Lord gets it up to Holbrook, gets it over to Talbert, enters the zone cleanly. Talbert looking for somebody. He's pushed off the puck. Here comes Holbrook over to Miskovich. Tried to get it back out to the point to Lord. Lord punches it back down to Miskovich. This one's going to go off the side of the net. We're back to even strength. 5:40 left to play. Russell with the shot. This one trickles out. And here comes Kamloops. And that one goes in. 2-0. 5:28 left to play in the first. Puck is dropped. The Ewing line's in there with Heim and Garrison. Houlihan's back on D with Avi Sharp-LeBlanca. Houlihan goes in hard there. Here comes Ewing as he tries to get it out of the zone. Nifty puck work. Stick work. And this one just gets past Colin Heim's stick. So that's going to be an icing call. And the puck's coming back down to the Winterhawks end. Puck is dropped. They go D to D. This one comes back out. Go get him, chap. Skate to him. Nice defense there. And they try to get it up. Shot. This one goes above Beckham. This comes all the way around the boards, back out to their D, to the other defender. Heim tried to get over there. This comes over to Garrison's side. Battle in the corner. Puck is still there. Kamloops with the puck. This one scoots out to the neutral zone, so they'll have to get back on side. Garrison over there. Big hit in the middle with Heim. Comes Kamloops. And nice job there to get him off the puck. Kept in by Kamloops. Cheddar's over there. Nice physical, nice chat. Being a pest in there. Avi Sharp-LeBlanca tried to get it to Cheddar. Kamloops keeps it in. Garrison goes down over there. He's slow to get up. And glove save. 3:48 left to play. Winterhawks will change out the lines. Keenan, Cornegie, and Nissen on this line coming out. 2-0 Kamloops. 3:40 left to play. They battle along the board. Comes Russell, tries to clear it. Kamloops stays with the puck. And picked up by Cornegie. He skates around, he's looking. Gets it over to Lilevec. Lilevec goes down. Here comes Kamloops. Russ gets in there. Puck is still loose in the boards. Oh, right in front. Great save by Beckham Johnson. Puck is dropped. Nice hit by Dorf in the corner. Dorf with the puck again, tries to get it out. Kept in by Kamloops. They dump it back down. Cornegie's there, though. He goes around the back of the net to Tony Lord. Tony gets it up to... nice save there. Got it up to Cornegie, but the Blazers took it away with the shot. Miskovich takes the center face off there. Here comes Nadoba. He's got some space. He's surrounded. And he dumps it down low. Kamloops with the puck. They try to get it out. Nice job by Nadoba to keep that one in. This one comes over to the goalie. And he has to cover. The shots are 15-4 in favor of Kamloops. 2:14 left to play in the first. Face off by Miskovich. This one comes down to Holbrook. Taken away by Kamloops, and they try to get it out in the neutral zone and do. Dorf's there, though, to dump it right back in. Picked up by Kamloops. Nice job by Dorf on the back check. Dorf goes to the puck, and he's hit in retaliation. And Kamloops picks it up as it's dumped in. This one comes to the middle, but taken away by Kamloops. The Blazers skated out of the zone, get it into the neutral zone. Deeks comes right down the middle, but nice poke there by Nadoba to stop the flow of that. Picked up by Kamloops and tried to shoot it. Doesn't get through. Bodies falling all over the ice. Dorf goes in for the hit. And he's going after each other there. And Nadoba taken down. No call on the interference. Here comes Dorf. Shot and covered by the netminder. Coach having a talk with the refs about some late hits coming in. And here comes Heim. He got his stick on it, but they stick with it. And right down the middle. This one goes wide. Lots of hits. Whitehead is hit off the puck. Heim is in there. Talbert, also a forward that's out there. Avi Sharp-LeBlanca goes back for the puck. Switches direction. Taken away by Kamloops out front. But Heim was right there to get it out of the zone. Talbert skates to it. Heim and Talbert with the pressure. Kamloops skates out. Nice pass to the middle. Kamloops. Oh. And that's going to be the end of the first. They dodged one there. It's 2-0 Kamloops. The shots are 15-5 in favor of the Blazers. Puck is dropped. We're starting the second period. This one's going to come all the way down to Beckham, and he'll cover right out of the faceoff. Whitehead, Heim, and Talbert out on this shift. Nice block there by LVP. Big hit coming into LVP. And they're going to whistle it face-off outside the blue line. And it is offsides on the Blazers. Comes the face-off. Kamloops in possession after the faceoff. They try to get it into the zone. They get it in. Nice job by LVP again to disrupt that pass. This one goes down into the corner. Here comes Whitehead with the challenge. Lolevec in there as well. Nice hit by LVP. This one they battle in the corner. This one comes out front. Just out of the reach of Talbert. Shot. Johnson has to deflect that off to the right. Nice hit by LVP again. And a shot that goes above the net. And this one's taken away by Whitehead. He's going to get into the zone. Tries to. Taken away by Kamloops. And here they come. Oh, nice job by Lilivec to disrupt that flow there of that kid. Oh, nice job by Beckham to play. Another save by Beckham, pad save. This one comes over to LVP. He gets it out of the zone, passes it ahead. And physical. Just gets Nissen off the puck. No problems there. Here comes Kamloops with the puck. LVP. He's going to get it to Keenan. He skates down the middle. Shot was deflected. And that was Cornegie. Tried to shoot it, but gets off the puck. He's shoved out of the way. Kamloops. Shot doesn't get through. And this one is cleared into the neutral zone by Nissen. This one's coming in, and Johnson has to play it. Avi Sharp-LeBlanca tried to go in the middle, taken away by Kamloops. But Cornegie is right there. This one's kept in by Kamloops. Nice stick lift there by Cornegie. Keenan with the hit. Shot off of Beckham's glove into the corner. This one's going to come back out to the point. Kept in by Kamloops. Shot goes wide left. Kamloops keeps it in. This one comes out to the neutral zone finally, and the Winterhawks get a chance to change up. Nadoba and Miskovich and Holbrook come out. The new shift here right to Holbrook, but misplayed and taken right back by the Blazers. Shot goes wide and above high. Kept in by the Blazers. Kamloops. Houlihan came in with the hit. This one comes out to the point. Shot. Wide left. Kamloops again. They go to the middle. And that one goes off the post, I think. Sounded like it did. And Beckham covers it up. 2-0 Kamloops with 13:07 left. This one comes back to Lord. He goes D to D to Dorf. Dorf with some room. Here comes the hit. And that one is going to be interference on the Blazers. So Winterhawks going to go on the power play. With 12:45 left to play. Hopefully we can get one here. Face-off coming down into the Kamloops end. So Winterhawks on the power play. Face-off won by Miskovich. Gets it up to Lord. Lord, they go D to D. Levy Van Paris tries to get it in, though. Big, juicy rebound there. And this one's going to come out. LVP plays the puck. He turns the corner. And Kamloops Holbrook passes it back to Lord. Lord skates with it, gets it up to LVP. And it's taken away by Kamloops. Taken back by Holbrook. Nice effort there. Shot, nope. Tried to get it over to Miskovich, but it's taken right back by the Blazers. Holbrook gets hit. There's a scrum on the side there. Puck dribbles into the corner, and Kamloops skates to it. Miskovich tries to get the puck away. They battle in the corner. Holbrook joins the scrum. 11:34 left. 45 seconds left to the penalty. Miskovich back out to Lord. Lord gets it in. Holbrook tries to deflect it. It goes wide left. This one comes back out to LVP. This one's got to come all the way around the ice. Lord keeps it in. And Miskovich is there, but taken right away by the Kamloops Blazers. 11:05 left to play. Kamloops dumps it in. 15 seconds left to the penalty. This one comes over to Tony. Skates with the puck. Back to LVP. Gets it up the ice to Miskovich. He's got some space. Shot. And saved by Kamloops. And we're back to even strength. 10:44 left to play. Talbert's chirping with a Blazer. Kamloops skates over to the bench. Face off. Cornegie was at the dot. Back to even strength. Cornegie picks the pocket. This one comes out to the neutral zone. And Nissen, nice hit there to get him off the puck. This one goes off the side of the net. Wrap around. Nice save. Another shot. Another nice save by Beckham Johnson. This one's left in the middle. Puck is loose. This one comes over to the far side. Shot. Johnson again with a save. This one comes out to the middle and finally gets over to Keenan. He's going to get it in the zone. Shot, pad save by Kamloops goalie. Cornegie dumps it down low, but taken back out by the Blazers. Garrison joins the ice out there with Heim. Go, Chet. Look up, look up. This one goes down into the corner. Big hit down there. Nice job going around Cornegie. Tried to get it to Garrison, just a little bit far beyond him. Get it, Chet. Skate, buddy. Oh, yeah, stay with it. Get him, Chet. Slide in front. Taken away by the Blazers. Garrison goes in. This one's going to pop out into the neutral zone on the far side. Dorf kicks it back in. Ewing in pursuit. Kamloops gets to it. Wrap around. Garrison's in there. Here comes Heim. Nice hit. And Kamloops emerges with the puck. They bring it into the zone. Get down there. And Lilivec with the puck. He's going to get it over to Garrison. Garrison tries to get it out. He's hit. Kept in by Kamloops. This one goes wide right, but the back of the net. Goes over to Garrison's side. Not enough mustard again. Oh. And a penalty coming to the Winterhawks. And this one's going on Dorf. It's a high stick. So Kamloops goes on the power play. Winterhawks find themselves shorthanded. Scores 2-0. Kamloops, nice job taken away by Talbert. Goes down to the neutral zone. Kamloops regroups. Come down into the zone cleanly. Beckham tries to play it, and it goes behind the ice, behind the net. So face-off. Nice job by Whitehead. Good hustle. Short-handed. Dumps it behind the net. Talbert's out there with Russell Levy Van Paris. And Quinn Houlihan out there as well. Skater goes around Quinn. They go back out to the point. They go D to D. Nice deflection by Whitehead to make it go into the neutral zone. 1 minute left to the penalty to Dorf. Nice job by Luke Talbert to get a stick on that. This one goes up the glass and off the ref into the neutral zone. Here comes Kamloops. LVP and covered by Beckham Johnson. 45 seconds left to the penalty to Dorf. It's 2-0 Kamloops. Puck is dropped. Kamloops controls the puck out of the face-off. They go D to D, back and forth. 35 seconds left to the power play. Winterhawks trying to kill it, and Beckham Johnson smothers the shot for an excellent save. Save number 19 for Beckham. Face-off goes to Kamloops. 20 seconds left to the power play. Kamloops going four corners. Back out to the point. Nope, he takes it himself. This one comes over, shot, and nice block by Lilivec. And this one's going to come all the way back, and the Blazers netminder has to play it. We're back to even strength. Dorf out of the box and delivers a hit right when he comes out. And the action, Beckham smothers it. And nice hit by Dorf right out of the box. And the Kamloops player gave him a little extra, and they didn't call it, of course. 5:55 left to the second. This one comes over to Tony, but Kamloops with the puck. Shot goes wide right. Nadoba gets over to it, gets past his stick, And Luke Holbrook takes it, gets it over to Nadoba. LVP with the puck. He gets pushed off the puck. And Kamloops comes up with the puck. Kept in by the Blazers. Shot. This one goes wide left. Kept back out to the point. Tony's going to skate to it. Gets it over to LVP. And gets it to Holbrook. He was jammed up there by the Blazer D. They're going to go behind the net. Comes out to Tony. He'll dump it down low. Winterhawks make a change. Keenan, Nissen come out. Miskovich is out there as well. Keenan tried for the steal, almost got it. Here come the Blazers. Right in the front there, just misses. And that one's kept in. They dump it back down low. LVP's going to get to the puck first. He's got Nissen along the boards. They dump it out, though. And this one goes into the Kamloops end. Keenan's in pursuit. Here comes Cornegie. Onto the ice for Miskovich. Nissen is in there with Keenan. LVP with the hit. Houlihan goes back to play. Comes out to the... Ooh, pipe. Crossbar. And they're going to call that a goal. And that's 3-0. And I don't know about that. Coach wants an explanation from the judge who called it. They're saying that's a good goal. Puck is dropped, 3:56 left to play. Kamloops keeps it in the Winterhawks zone. That one's a screamer. Goes wide right. Kept in by Kamloops. Taken away. Nice job by Cornegie, but right there are the Blazers. And they pick up the puck. This one comes into the front. Houlihan gets it to Keenan, but taken away by the Blazers again. 3-on-2. Shot. Beckham's there. 2 saves. Right to Keenan. He gets it out into the zone. 3:15 to play. Shot and saved by Kamloops. Cheddar getting some action in there with Talbert and Whitehead. And this one's going to come all the way back and whistled for icing. 3:01 left to play in the second. This one's going to come back down into the Blazer zone. That was iced by Kamloops. Face off, goes down into behind the net, picked up by Whitehead. Shot. That was Talbert. Get it, Chet. He's pushed off the puck. The Blazers battle down there. Here's Whitehead. Joined in the scrum. Garrison lurking out front of the net. Nice hit there by Talbert. This one comes over to Avi. And oh, Cheddar was right there. And it's a goal. It was up. That's Talbert. And that's an even strength goal with 2:30 left. Check got whacked. And it's 3-1 Kamloops. Whitehead. And here come Kamloops trying to get it right back. They keep it in. Dump it down below. Avi Sharp LeBlanca goes for it. Garrison's over there behind the net. Tries to get it over to Houlihan and does. He's hit. Taken away by Kamloops. Shot off the side of the net. 2 minutes left to play. This one's coming back out to the point. Nobody on that side. Shot and smothered by Johnson. Winterhawks going to change out the defense, sending out Dorf and Lord. And they're going to change out the line as well. Puck is dropped. This one comes through just wide right. Picked up by the Hawks. Keenan gets it out. Kamloops surveys. Nice hit by Keenan and Dorf. This one comes to the middle. This one comes back. Another deflection. Keenan. Lord with it, and he's going to dump it down into the zone, and that is going to be icing on the Winterhawks. 1:20 left to play of the second. This one's coming back. Puck is dropped. Keenan takes it away. Kept in by Kamloops. Dorf gets it over to Heim. He's a rat. Oh no, it's Ewing. Taken back by... Oh, puck is loose in the crease. 48 seconds left. Nice job by Beckham to keep his head up. This one. Whew. Doesn't get through. That was a screamer, though. This one comes around the net. Dorf gets it to Ewing. No, that's Heim. Sorry. And saved by Beckham. Levi Van Paris coming out to the ice with Lillevec. Lord and Dorf getting a breather. And yep, they're going to change out the line, the offensive line as well, with Nadoba, Holbrook, and Miskovich. 25.7 seconds left. Comes the face-off. This one comes out to the point. The Kamloops shot, and Beckham smothers it. Kamloops. This one goes wide right. They try to get it in the front. 10 seconds left. Kept in by the Blazers. And LVP. This one comes back out to the point, and that'll do it. So after 2, Kamloops 3, Winterhawks 1, and it's time to cut the ice. So we're going to take a little break, probably about 10-15 minutes. Can I have some of your water, babe? And we're back for the third. That wasn't so bad. The Zebras got right out here. I think that made the difference. So Keenan out with Carnegie and Nissen. And Russell, Lavery Van Paris out there as well with Cooper Lillebeck on defense. Keenan tried to get it in the front, taken away by Kamloops. Kamloops ahead 3-1. Kamloops in the navy jerseys. Winterhawks in the white. Nice takeaway by Lillebeck. And this one goes out into the neutral zone. Carnegie loses an edge. Picked up by the Blazers. This one tried to get in the front. Carnegie's there. Nice job by Carnegie to pick the pocket. This one comes over to Russell. He's got 2 on him, but he merges with the puck. Gets it across the ice to Nissen. And Kamloops gets by him. Once again, gets it out to Nissen. And Nissen off to Carnegie. He dumps it in. They're going to call icing as he dumped it in just a smidge too early. I don't know if I agree with that. Miskovich taking the face-off with Nadoba and Holbrook in there as well. Miskovich line kept together through the weekends. This one gets dumped down low. Haydendorf skates in. He gets off the puck. And this one comes out to Nadoba. He's got room. And taken away by Kamloops. They go D to D. Here comes the attack. And nice job at Tony Lord. And Dorf comes in with a hit. Gets him right back. Dumped down low by Kamloops. Dorf is there. He gets pushed off the puck. Kamloops surveys. They go across the ice. Deflected. Again, behind the net. Dorf gets in there. Nice job by Lord. And Miskovich pokes it into the corner. This one goes off into the corner again. Lord is in pursuit. Gets him up against the boards, but he skates out with the puck anyhow. Miskovich is there. Here comes Dorf. Picks up the puck and skates with it. He's looking up. Tries to get it up to Holbrook, and he has it taken away. Lord battles. This one's coming up to Holbrook into the middle of the ice. Nadoba to Holbrook, and he is hit. And Nadoba is hurt as he's hit after he releases the puck. This one comes up the ice and gets past Dorf. Comes all the way back. Dorf and Houlihan back on the D. Kamloops skates with the puck. Cheddar's out there. They skate into the middle. It comes out wide left. And Houlihan tries to get it up the ice. Kept in by the Blazers. Nice hit by Talbert. And this one goes behind the net. Garrison goes into battle. And here comes Talbert. He braces for the hit. Gets it down the ice. Get up there, Chet. Chet skates into the middle. This one's coming over to his side. He keeps it in and whistled offsides. I don't know if I agree with that. They're going to change out the lines. Ewing, Heim, and Holbrook will go out. Puck is dropped. Controlled by the Blazers. 3-1, 12:40 left to play in the third. The shots are 28-14 in favor of Kamloops. Kamloops controls the puck. They go up to the point. Shot. That was a close one. Back out to the D. They go D to D. They dump it down low into the corner. Houlihan with the hit. Try to get it up the ice, but taken away by Kamloops. This one goes down the length of the ice. Holbrook in pursuit. Lilivec comes on the ice with Avi Sharp-LeBlanca. And this one's dumped in. Here comes Ewing. Shot. Goes wide left. Cooper Nissen makes his way out into the ice. Russell with the hit. This one's kept in. Shot. Goes to the corner. This one comes out front. This one goes wide left. Kamloops is right there. They dump it down low. Russell gets it taken away. Open on that side. Nice job by Nissen to deflect that out. This one goes into the corner. Kamloops keeps it in. Backhand. And Ewing has it. And he tries to get rid of it, but Kamloops is there at the blue line to keep it in, and they're going to say that crossed. And that's going to be offsides. Winterhawks change out the lines. Cornegie and Keenan are coming out. Lord and Dorff also coming out. Nissen staying out on the ice on this one. This one's dumped in by Kamloops. Tony gets to the puck first. Gets it over to Hayden. Dorff up to Nissen and out into the neutral zone. Cornegie's in pursuit, as is Keenan. And this one goes all the way down. They're saying no icing. And Dorff gets it up to Nissen, back to Dorff. They're trying to get it out of the zone, kept in by Kamloops, and that one goes into the neutral zone. Kamloops gets back on side. This one's dumped in, that's icing. And this one's going to come back to Kamloops' end. Cornegie taking the puck drop. And Keenan was right there with the shot. Doesn't get through. Kamloops tries to get it out. Kept in by Tony, but Kamloops is right there. Nice hit there by Tony Lord. Kamloops maintains possession. And comes back out to the point. Does not get through. Comes to Nissen's side. He's going to get this out. Goes to Keenan. Keenan tried to make a move. Cornegie's over there. He's surrounded by Kamloops players. Cornegie back out to the point. They dump it back in. This one trickles to Cornegie. He gets to the puck. Puck trickles out. Cornegie, shot. Puck is loose. They have time. Shot. Actually, that was a pass in the lane. Here comes Kamloops. They dump it in. They change. out defenders. This one comes out to the top. Kept in by Kamloops. Big hit by number 20 on Dorf. This one comes out to Nissen, and he's going to get it into the neutral zone. Coach calls for the change, sending out Miskovich, Nadoba, and I think that's Luke. Yes, Luke is out there as well. Holbrook, that is. Avi Sharp-LeBlanca and Quinn Houlihan on the D. Comes Kamloops. Puck is loose, goes down into the corner. Houlihan's there, pokes it away. So does Sharp-LeBlanca. He gets hit. And here comes a interference penalty on Kamloops. So Portland going to go on the power play with 7:52 left. Puck is dropped. Kamloops emerges with the puck. The shots are in favor, 30-16 in favor of Kamloops. This one goes all the way back, so there's going to be an icing. Puck is dropped. Kamloops comes out of the face-off with the puck. This one's coming all the way down. Picked up by Cornegie. He's going to skate around the back. And he loses the puck. Picked up by Kamloops, shorthanded. Nice hit by Dorf. And they are going to call a penalty on Hayden Dorf. So we're going to go to even strength. Actually offsetting penalties. Number 22 from Kamloops involved in that melee. So Portland's still going to be on the power play. It's going to be a 5-on-4. Or are they trying to talk about being 4-on-3? And they're going to be bringing over, trying to get this worked out. I think it's going to be a 4-on-3. I could be wrong. Trying to work it out. They're taking the penalty off the clock on the scoreboard for number 22, and they're taking off Hayden's penalty. I'm not sure what's going on. Misconducts, perhaps, for both. Might be misconduct penalties on both, as they took the penalties off the scoreboard, which usually means they're off. So we're in a 5-on-4 situation still. 1:20 left of the power play for Portland. Portland dumps it down, back out to Tony. Tony to Russ. Shot. Oh, almost through. This one goes low. Kept in. Nice job there. This one comes back across to Russ. Shot. This one doesn't get through off of Talbert. This one's going to come back out to the point. Goes back to... back and forth. Lord to Cornegie to Russell. And this one's going to be a broken play. Kept in by Lord, though. Nice job. Shot. Doesn't get through. Comes back out to the point. And this one is going to come all the way down the ice. Nice save by Beckham. Whistle. Not sure what that was. This one's dumped in. Played by Kamloops. 5:45 left. We're back to even strength. Here comes Kamloops. Rounds the corner. Shot. Not on net. Was behind. This one's tried to clear. This was Colin. Heim tried to clear it. Keenan is out there with Nissen. Tried to get it out, and they do get it into the neutral zone. Kamloops picks it up, though. 5:10 left to play. Kamloops up 3-1. Kamloops enters the zone. Couple of hits avoided. Kamloops to the point. Shot. Goes behind Beckham. Kept in by Kamloops. In the corner. They emerge with the puck. Nice hit there by Talbert, and glove save by Beckham Johnson. His 30th of the game? 30th save of the game? Yeah. This one goes out to the point. And nice job there. And there's a scrum in the front. So, Cheddar's in there. This one goes wide off of Beckham's stick. And a penalty right out of the gate. So Winterhawks going on the power play. Roughing call. 4:20 left to play in the game. Kamloops clears it. This one's going all the way around the boards and back for an icing call. Face-off in the Kamloops end. Here comes Kamloops, short-handed, and that'll do it right there. 4-1 with 4:04 left, a short-handed goal. So 4-1, still on the power play. Carnegie with the puck. Here comes Kamloops, shot. 1:10 left to the penalty. Here comes Keenan. He gets his pocket picked. And big hit by Dorf. Shot. And that hit was so hard, mouth guard came out. This one comes all the way down the ice, and that is going to be icing. Winterhawks with the puck. 42 seconds left of the power play. This one scoots down into the corner. 35 seconds left of the power play. 3 minutes left to play in the game. Here comes Kamloops, short-handed. Nice block by Russell. Shot kind of in there, but kind of a weak one by Kamloops, but they retain the puck. Back out to the point, fired in the middle. Did that go in? It went in, so 5-1, Kamloops. So the second shorthanded goal let up, and we're down to 5 seconds left to the penalty. 2:24 left. We're back to even strength. Here comes Kamloops. Shot goes wide left. Shot again off of Beckham's pad there. Beckham's 35th save there. This one's back out to the point. Puck bouncing around there. Back out to the point again. Skates in, shot. And nice job by Beckham to absorb this shot. 1:49 left to play. Puck is dropped. This one goes in the middle. Sharp LeBlanca in there. Comes Avi in the corner. And we got a whistle coming. Another penalty. So Chet's going to get some action here on the power play. Miskovich going to take the drop here. Ewing, Garrison in there. Russell, Levy Van Paris. This one is taken by the Blazers, and they go around the boards, taken away by Russ. Go Chet! And Ewing deflects off his stick. Played by Beckham. He's going to fall on it. 1:16 left to play. Puck is dropped. Controlled by the short-handed Kamloops Blazers. Russell goes into the corner. Another scrum in the corner. Russell comes out. Skate, Chet, skate. Got to skate, Chet. And he's mauled over. And here come the Blazers. 48 seconds left. They bring it in the zone. Cheddar. This one goes over to Ewing. Tries to get around the defender. Gets it out into the neutral zone. Get him, Chet. Nice hit. Comes off the side of the net. They try to get it out. Chet tries for the block and covered up by Beckham Johnson. 16.6 left. Puck is dropped out to Kamloops. Shot. Looks up. Skate, Chet, skate. Russell tries to get it out, and we got a penalty coming. Another one on Kamloops. And it is a trip with 1.7 seconds left. This one's going to come down to the Kamloops end. Five on three, and that'll do it. Final score from Wenatchee from the Town Toyota Center. Final score is 5-1. Kamloops Blazers over the Winterhawks, Portland Winterhawks. Well, it's been fun up here in Wenatchee. We'll see you guys next weekend when we have a pair with Tacoma at home. Chet Sr. signing off.